Welcome to the Uncultured Rules podcast. It's your boy 17.
It's your man HM Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
It's your boy G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And we're back for
second week in a row.
3-5.
3-5?
3-5?
3-5.
Is we?
Yeah.
Trey 5.
It's
You
Trey
ain't write it
5
up
or
there.
3-6?
It's 3-5.
3-5.
It was 3-4 last. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it 3-5?
Yeah, it's 3-5.
Not 3-6?
No.
Like that mafia?
Yeah, hope.
Yeah, hope.
Oh, shit. Well, fuck it. We might as well segue that first, right?
In the words
So
of
next
Juicy,
episode,
in the
we'll
words
be
of-
like, yeah, hope.
in the words of Juicy J, play me some pimping, man.
Oh, man. All right. How was y'all week?
My week was decent. It was decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Michigan whooped on Iowa for the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I
All right.
don't pay attention to that
Yeah.
shit.
All right, you of them.
Yeah, I was.
I'm a Michigan fan, though.
Yeah.
A hypocritical one, because I don't watch none of this shit. I
Just cheer
root
for
them
him
in
from
spirit.
afar.
You know, like the Red Wings.
Yeah, no, mine was pretty good. Shit, I'm off on Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm happy as hell.
Well, I ain't. Fucking had to work yesterday.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Shit, I know the feeling.
Trying to take all your time.
Oh, that won't be happening this week.
Mm-hmm.
They try to, you know what? I'm gonna leave. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna show my
Put
hand.
that one on ice.
I ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it come.
I'm gonna put that double whammy on there.
Yeah, my week was, as I say every week, I'm alive. I can't.
Still kicking.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize, as long as I'm able to still be breathing, don't none of this other shit matter.
Yeah.
It
You
don't.
know?
Not in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The over. Yeah.
Yeah, man, just get what you, man, try to figure out where your happy place is and sit in that bitch and
That's it.
do whatever
Yep.
it is you like.
Yeah.
go in your happy room and sit by that bitch with a shotgun in case some bullshit try to come through that door.
Back out.
Get your ass out of here.
Metaphorically.
Yeah. Not literally.
Or literally, shit.
Literally, but metaphorically.
If I'm in my happy room
In other words,
and I don't want nobody in that bitch,
Don't come in.
I'm strapped up.
Hey.
Hey, stay your ass out of here.
That's a new level of protecting your peace.
There you go. There
know
you
what
go.
I'm saying?
Protect
Protect it
your
at
peace
all costs.
At all costs, by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I subscribe to that.
That's right.
I subscribe to it.
That is the theme of the show. Protect your peace. Period.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can start with that. This Trey 5, not Trey 6. No 3 6s over here.
That leads into the verses that was it last night or the night before?
The night before.
It's Thursday night.
3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
And
was it Friday?
legendary
night? I don't know.
Bone
Douglas
Thugs.
Rugged's bomb.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
kind of an odd matchup though.
I said the same exact shit. I said they don't really make the same kind of
Yeah,
music.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Some people would say because earlier on in career, like in the early '90s, in what I think 3 6 came a little bit later. They was thinking some folks think they make devil worship in rap.
Oh, Bone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they people used to think that because they old album covers and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was the case. But they definitely, it's always been entrenched on 3 6 Mafia. That
Yeah.
they made some
In the
devil
name.
worship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the name. Yeah, it's like
they made their genre of rap or the genre they put on them was like horrorcore rap, like horror rap.
horror. Okay, because I thought you said horror, like
Not
horror rap.
nah, horror,
It's horror. HORROR.
No, like slasher movies.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like horror movie.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, they make horror rap too. I mean, it's all about booty, butt cheeks, and shit like that.
Well, we like to call that pimping.
Same shit.
Out here for a pimp.
Same shit. It's all about slanging ass. Shit.
Yeah, that was funny when I forgot his what's his name?
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard came out and performed that.
Oh Lord.
He was into it too, though. It was
DJ man.
Oh Lord.
man.
I gotta say, I couldn't understand. I was like, man, why the hell is these niggas fighting?
Yeah, because they know Busy Bones. You know, he's kind of
Yeah, Busy. They say Busy was on some shit. He was on tip, definitely.
Yeah, but then to his point, Juice J did say "suck my dick." If somebody say that, that's a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, them is definitely fighting words, bro.
yeah.
Like
Him and Gangsta, what was Gangsta Boo?
Yeah,
Gangsta Boo would get
yeah.
into it, going back and forth.
Like you can talk shit, but when you say that, like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's the reason why Dipset and the Locks didn't go. The tension didn't go too far.
Yeah,
Because they, I remember hearing Styles P saying, they sat down like, hey man, no inviting to the Frank stand. As long as we don't do that shit.
yeah.
And nobody said that shit. They
just don't get too disrespectful. They kept it in line. Yeah,
But see, I mean but that's how it should be. If you you meet beforehand, especially if you figure we have potential to make conflict. We want to make it entertaining, but we don't want it to go too far to where niggas gonna get shot after the show.
I don't think they sat down and even had that conversation.
I don't think so.
No,
either.
I'm saying like you know when they did the Gucci and Jeezy thing.
Now that one could have went left.
That's what I mean.
And that's why I'm saying I don't get how they. Now I'm hearing that they had problems.
Yeah,
3 6 Mafia and Bone.
right.
I didn't know they had problems like that.
Yeah, me either.
But to me, still, I was like, how the hell these niggas fighting in Gucci and Jeezy?
Yeah, and they made it through. Jeezy said some shit. I mean, not Jeezy, but
Gucci said some shit.
Gucci
You know
was
what I'm
saying some
saying?
shit.
Gucci, and granted, because this nigga almost lost his life.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he
had
like,
the right to feel the way he felt.
So he wanted to get that shit off, but it still was like, that's kind of scathing.
Jeezy had to really, you know.
Well, yeah, he had to have the self-control on that. It was really
yeah.
mainly on him of being able to just like
let him vent,
let him get his shit off,
yeah,
and just be able to weather the storm, get through it.
Yeah,
This nigga looked at the button.
He had he had some fucking control, dog.
Yeah,
he did.
That shit was scathing, dog. like you said, we smoking on the homie. Like, nah.
See, a lot of people, a lot of niggas in the hood clown Jeezy for that night, and they lost respect for him because they are not looking at it through the lens of he was trying to be the bigger man to move past it because he figured I'm gonna be a grown man about this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, man. It's all about the money game at the end of the day. And now it was personal with them. It was personal shit.
Very personal. It was street shit.
Right. But he's like, I'm trying to outgrow the street shit, which is a very mature thing to do. You know,
because this what rap will do for somebody who came from that background and get into it. All the years, all the albums that you was strictly by the code, they gonna look at him. They looked at him like, nigga, this until you gone, nigga. That's the code. What you talking about?
Yeah, but that ain't reality, man.
I mean, no, it's not reality, but that's how they look at it.
Yeah.
And, but which is, I see why they doing that, but it don't make sense when you're trying to grow, and you're trying to level up in a different place. But the thing is about it is, everybody start off as a square, and then you get in the street shit. So the end game, you can go back to being square.
Exactly.
Now I get it. Granted, you want to be squared up in a better position than you started.
Yeah.
But you still trying to square the fuck back up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a cycle. Like, started off square. I got in the street, so I
get out of
end
the
up
street.
being even get back to being square on another level.
It's basically like you start off born in shit, you're born in poverty, You got to crawl through some shit, meaning like get through the street life to get to the end of the tunnel, which is to get out of shit and take a shower. You know, growth.
But somewhere in the middle, people start to say, "No, excuse me, this is for life."
Yeah,
and
That's why I'm laughing, because that shit is retarded to me, bro. Like, no, that's not it.
No, somewhere in the middle, some people turn into this for life, my block for life, and all this type of shit. And it's like,
you're like, oh, you changed. Like, motherfucker, if I don't change from when I was 18, 19, and I'm something wrong with me mentally.
You know, Jay got that line, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember that quote. I ain't come this far, why would I, come this far to change, not change, basically.
Right.
Exactly.
Why come this far to change? Like, I ain't changed to stay the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But, I being where Bone Thugs and 3 Six Mafia are right now, it's like no need to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, y'all legendary status.
They already got that.
Fucking legendary status. Bone Legends.
Yep.
Came in with this style nobody had.
Sure
Nobody.
did. Nobody had it.
Not only was they rapid fire, they also put the melody in there.
Killed it.
Crazy.
With the West Coast beats and shit, too.
Yeah. Gave Easy his resurgence on Ruthless. You know what I mean? At the NWA. 3 6. Not just Southern legends.
Yeah.
Independent legends.
Yep.
They own their own shit. Like,
they got like that cult-like following, too.
Cult-like following.
Yeah.
And they one of the most influential, if not the most influential rap group.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
I wasn't really a fan of their music per se. Only because I couldn't relate to what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And they shit ain't for everybody, which is understandable. I don't hate them.
Right.
I'm like, okay, y'all got your lane, y'all doing your thing. Can't take that from you. Yeah. I agree. I give them the legendary status because they have been around forever and been doing this shit for any motherfucker who can continue doing shit and continue to be relevant in their own lane. That's legendary shit in the making, period. So I can't take that away from you, even if I'm not necessarily a fan of your music. The fact that you were able to stay around for this long and people still remember you and still listen and nod to your shit. You can't take that from people. So that's why I'm in agreement, as far as that. Yeah. So, but same thing with Bone. Like, I was watching people in the comment section when they were going at it about the little shit in the verses. And my man's, some dude, he wasn't from this country. I don't know where he's from, but he was like, ain't nobody listening to no fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. What the fuck? And so this one dude, he took that shit personal. This motherfucker went on Spotify and he put both of them side to side, monthly listeners. Like, Bone Thugs and Harmony had them boys beat. Like, they had like almost 4 million monthly listeners. Yeah. 3 6 only had like 2. So 2 million. So it's
somebody
like
listening.
That's the point he was trying to make. Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Like, all you got to do is literally go on Spotify and look this shit up. I just screenshotted it for you. You can go look this shit up yourself. Yeah. So it's like, don't sit up here and say nobody listening to these niggas, man. Shut the fuck up.
That person's stupid. That person's stupid because they thinking they not in the forefront in front of the camera that people not listening. And that's not the case. Right. And even more so now with streaming. Like, people, the streaming is constant.
Yeah.
And you ain't gotta be. It's whenever somebody decide to listen to your music in any part of the globe.
When you got timeless classics, you know what I'm saying? People gonna keep listening to them over and over and over.
Listen, man, as long as it's gonna be a ghetto, that first of the month is gonna be blasting off.
Exactly.
Because, man, that's always been a ghetto holiday every month, first of the month, and my peoples, they sampled that for my peoples produced for Anita Baker and the band she was in.
Oh, that's what's up.
Before she did her solo stuff. That's where they sampled that song from.
Oh, that's what's
so
up.
They get I'm sure they getting
royalty
every time that play.
Shit.
I just couldn't understand. Like, man, why? How the hell y'all niggas is legends? Y'all up? Y'all? How the hell is y'all fighting?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I mean, what was people saying?
It wasn't really like if y'all had problems, it couldn't have been that much of a street problem.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like not like Gucci and Jeezy had street.
Yeah, that was a whole nother level.
Yeah,
of
that
shit.
was like you felt the tension in that fucking verse.
Oh yeah,
like, it was just like this shit is like a bomb. It could go off any second.
I almost felt a little bit of tension with Dipset and the Locks.
Yeah,
because I know how New York is.
Yeah.
New York is very brash.
Right.
They talk hard as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it could easily get out of control.
Yeah. But you know that was a flawless one.
Yeah, that was.
I think
was
with
great.
things like that, it takes a positive and a negative force.
Oh no, it could get ugly.
No, I'm saying it takes a positive and a negative force for it to remain calm. Okay, Jeezy was the positive force.
Yeah, clearly. It was, yeah.
Gucci was the negative force.
Gucci wanted to smoke.
They couldn't both be negative.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
It would have went up.
it would have went up, and the show would have been over
Yeah.
as soon as it started.
Been a big ass brawl.
Exactly.
Fired out.
Exactly. So that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
You have to have that balance, a good and evil sort of ordeal. Like you can't have two of the same, or because two positives are boring.
Mm-hmm.
Two negatives, it's very interesting to watch, but it won't last long because niggas might get shot. You know, or blows, niggas come to blows. So you always have to have that balance, that positive and negative. And that's like Dipset was the positive, the Locks was the negative. They was
think Dipset was the
I don't know. I thought the Locks.
Yeah, I thought the Locks was a pop. But I think the Locks was like, hey, we gonna keep it hip hop. Like that's what people want to hear. We gonna rap.
negative
Y'all doing all
they
the
was
extra
going
shit.
at them boys though.
Yeah.
So I might have him inverted. I might have him inverted. I haven't seen it in a minute, so maybe I gotta go back and rewatch it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was a positive and negative with that. I think it was built. They was like on the same playing field.
Yeah, they
like
was
New
going
York.
head to head.
That's why I say New York is hard. They talk hard like that. You know what I mean?
They both was going at each other.
I mean, you hear Cam screaming out the top of his lungs and shit. Do the song,
I retract my statement. No, I forgot. You're right. They definitely wasn't positive. I'll take that back.
I mean, Dipset being from Harlem, they was aggressive, but they was slick aggressive.
Yeah.
That's why you see Cam. He want to bring out the beach chair,
Yeah,
lay
okay.
down, and look like
I think he kicked Styles at one point. He kicked him or something.
or they thought he did, or something like that, or he thought somebody was trying to take his pants.
And remember, like all they people start getting on the stage, they had to beg him to get off the stage.
Yeah.
So I was like, it could have went. That could have went.
They had to beg both sides.
Yeah, like,
both sides.
Get off the stage.
People
please,
from Rough Riders had to get off. They had to make sure people from Rough Riders weren't getting on the stage like that. People from the Harlem Dipset
that
side
would have been
went on.
a fucking Royal Rumble in Market Square Arena.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucked up. Like you might end up punching one of your people by accident. Like fuck. That's the problem with a Royal Rumble. Like nigga, damn nigga, you ain't me. What the fuck? My bad, nigga.
The nigga kiss threw off the bandana.
Oh yeah, that was the best part. He took it, threw it on the floor.
Yeah, I just Yeah,
they lost after. I just knew they lost after he threw that bandana down. Like,
so from the recent one, who y'all say won?
Honestly, I didn't get to see it all. I just saw the highlights.
Yeah, because a lot of people in the beginning
like
was saying 3-6 won,
yeah.
and then I heard a lot of people was like, "Nah, they lost the beginning of the show, but then they said on the back end is when they started to kind of rejuvenate."
Yeah.
Because I only watch the highlights of this shit because when it come on, nigga, I be sleep. I gotta go to work. So
I'm going in and always thought that 3-6 might pull it off because they got the most known. probably the more known hits.
That's what I say. They style of music to me caters more to the audience.
Yeah.
Versus Bone Thug, they got music you want to listen to, but it's not necessarily. You know what? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Bone Thugs don't make simple music. Simple in terms of easy hooks for people to remember. That's what I'm saying. And people nowadays, they want to hear. It's easy for you to repeat something that's like a 2 or 3 bar hook.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy for somebody to repeat that because you can remember that.
I mean,
and that's not. I'm not.
The hits that they had was kind of simple. Like First of Month, that's simple. For the Love of Money, that's simple.
I'm talking about like being able to recite their lyrics.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, can't nobody recite their fucking lyrics.
That's what I'm like people probably enjoy listening to it. This is why they have so many monthly listeners. People enjoy listening to it, but they can't physically recite what the fuck they're doing.
Unless you really
into it.
You
know what I'm saying? Versus the 3 6, they make music that's more geared toward, hey, you're gonna be able to vibe to this shit. You're gonna be able to
rap it back.
Yeah. Exactly. You're gonna be able to recite this shit and sing along with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's not a knock to them. You know, that's just their style, what they do. And that's why I'm like, nothing wrong with that. But, you know, when you put them in a setting like that in front of live audiences, I always thought it was a setup like, man, of course 3 6 gonna win because they can pander to the crowd better than Bone can, in my opinion. Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's why I thought it was an odd matchup.
I did too. I'm like, they don't like Jeezy and Gucci. They make the same type of shit. Exactly. That was a perfect matchup.
Exactly. Yep.
But with these two, I'm like, they don't really mesh well.
But I thought, you know, with my girl, she told me what she thought, and I kind of agree with her. Well, I don't know. It probably wouldn't have did it. Because I don't think she was saying 8-Ball MJG versus 3 6.
Yeah, that would have been
but I don't know if I don't know if 8-Ball MJG got the joints as much joints
they probably would have lost.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
3 6 got more, you know what I'm saying, radio hits and stuff like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think,
but that don't necessarily make them better though.
Yeah, because 8-Ball and Jim.
That's what I'm saying.
Killing the underground.
That's what I'm like. That don't necessarily make them better.
And they absolutely legend.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
they could probably go against UGK.
No, that would have been it.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Yeah.
And you know what? That would have been even more love.
Yeah.
Because Pimp and Bun, more so Pimp, loved UGK.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been great.
That would have been a great one.
That would have been a great one.
Yeah.
UGK against 3 6. That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Damn. It's unfortunate.
But Bone did have classics with Easy, Pac, and Big.
Yep.
Like, they got the...
Yep.
Yeah, can't take that from them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not too many people got that,
right.
Man. They do. They got all three of the legends that's gone.
And they all classic songs that they made with them, too.
Okay. Yep. So, instead of running this into the ground, let's stay on this. And I'm going to throw a curveball at y'all. Who do you see being able to go against Jay in a versus?
This hard. It's hard. I say this is. I'm gonna say why this is a hard one, man. Because, yesterday I was on Twitter. Shout out to at Uncultured. That account, that Twitter account, nostalgic, love it.
Yeah.
Was it Uncultured? I think it was Uncultured. It was either them or no, it was Uncultured. He was saying pick your favorite 3 J albums.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody had their favorite.
That's hard too.
Yeah. But
it ain't hard for me. I don't really care much for that Nick Nom boys.
Like, you don't care much for nobody, do you?
Oh man! Because believe it or not, I'm saying, like, if I had to give mine,
it was Uncultured, and my 3 was Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album, and my honorable mention was American Gangster.
Yeah.
So and everybody got their own little different one, but the thing is, his catalog
Yeah, so
especially from Reasonable Doubt to Black Album, that run, legend fucking Derry. Who could fuck with it like that?
Wasn't missing at all, dog.
He ain't missed. People slept on Reasonable Doubt. They slept on he tried to go for the pop lane for Volume 1, but it didn't work. When he hit Hard Knock Life, he skyrocketed and he didn't look back.
Yep.
He found the formula for himself and said, "This it," and he knew it. It was like, "This it, keep this up," and he just was knocking him out the park ever since Hard Knock Life.
Man,
so I don't know who could go against Jay.
It's like picking your favorite kid. I like all.
I can do that easily. I won't do it on air. And I know my kids, if they see this in the future, like, oh, Dad really did have a favorite, didn't he?
Nah, this nigga ain't shit.
Right.
I don't have a favorite.
Publicly,
you know.
I don't know who can go
I'm joking, kids.
I don't know who can go against Hov, man.
Yeah. But I would say Reasonable Doubt is probably at the top, but after that, I don't know. It's so many.
I have a very unpopular list
for his
my three favorite albums from him.
I mean, happy birthday to Hov. Yesterday was his birthday.
Yeah, yesterday was his birthday.
Old nigga. No, I'm bullshit.
Nigga know he
old. Rich bastard.
Old rich bastard. Give me some of that money, Jay.
Oh, rich ass, goat ass nigga.
No, mine is I have an unpopular list for him. Like, okay, and I know it's unpopular, but it's just what I like from him. I know this other stuff is to be respected, and you know, but for me personally, I mean, I like the Blueprint too. I like the second. I like the first one, but I like the second one more.
Yeah, that you hit like that's one of my tops too. Yeah. I love the Blueprint.
I love the Blueprint too.
I love that shit.
I love the Black Album.
Yeah, and
I love his last one, the 444 album.
Oh yeah,
those are my favorite ones.
Yeah,
like all the other shit is I can't take away, but I'm saying for me personally, I love that 444 album because
it's all about taste.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That 444 album was like, I felt like he was really talking to grown motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you speaking to me now.
Right.
Like, I mean, you know, that's just where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Possibly the same way he at in life, not financially. I wish I was, but you know, growth wise, was we speaking on growth in the last. So yeah, those would be my favorite ones from him.
Yeah.
The reason I asked who could go against Jay, and I wanted to get y'all reaction, because I asked my coworker the other day. I was like, "Who you see going against M?" And he was like, "Shit." I'm like, "I can't." And see, his favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. And he's like, and I'm like, "Well, who you see going against Wayne?" And he like, "Shit, the only person I can see going against Wayne is Drake." It's like, I can't see nobody else going against Wayne. That was in his opinion. And I'm like, I feel where you coming from, because I'm like, yeah, that would be a great matchup with those two, because they both got hits forever. So that's why when I asked him, you know, that's why I asked y'all about Jay, because I know Jay is like y'all, you know. Yeah. So it's like,
you know, it's hard. I can't. I don't know who could go against Hov.
I don't even think Nas can. Nas is.
See, yeah,
Nas
exactly.
got a catalog too.
He do.
I don't know, dog.
Now see, we just talking music, because we know bar for bar. We already figured that out. But I'm saying,
you know what? People would love to see both of them going at
absolutely.
I mean, I think that's the only person who could share the stage with him.
I agree.
Yeah, I think people will want to see them two. Go at it because of their history.
Yeah,
right.
Just don't play the diss tracks.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna work out good for Jay.
Nigga, they gonna come to that agreement before they even get to the stage.
I don't know. Listen, man, Takeover.
Yeah, Takeover
is a mother. Listen, man. That Doors sample will forever be hard. Be hard. Dog.
It's just like Nas is just go in, I'm gonna bar you to death, you know what I'm saying? But Jay was just like slick with it, and you know what I'm saying, the way he laid it out.
Kind of like how you would do a battle song.
Yeah,
exactly.
The way he like talked about shit that they been through and shit, like I helped you out when you was on tour, you know what I'm saying, when people was chasing you and shit, you know what I'm saying? And talking about the tech on the dresser and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just all the slick lines and shit.
It would be nice if they didn't touch those.
Yeah.
Either side.
No, they shouldn't do the diss record.
Yeah.
But,
at this point, they wouldn't know.
They wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. But, man, Takeover, I don't care, man. Ether, clearly, he won with Ether, clearly.
Yeah.
But you still could put the Takeover next to Ether.
Yeah.
You could still put it there, dog. That bitch is too hard. And he was like breaking shit down.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was jumping on there and he was like saying shit just to touch a nerve. He was breaking shit down. Like, remember this? Back in '88. Boo. He was getting Prodigy too. He was giving it to everybody that had a problem. He was like, "All right, Prodigy too. You get it too." And then he broke down numbers and. He just was going like his stuff was a little bit geared toward factual shit. He just did his homework.
Yeah. But then the Ether was just mad disrespectful.
It was just scathing. That's my word for the day, scathing. That bitch was scathing. Fuck Jay-Z.
Fuck Jay-Z.
What's up, niggas?
But
love my style, nigga.
Nigga said dick sucking lips. I was like, oh no.
Listen, he went for it.
But listen, that's probably how he felt when he heard you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's probably how he felt.
Peep this though. It was more disrespectful than that. He had a version that was more disrespectful than that.
Ether?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
He had it, yeah. He had a version that was way more disrespectful.
Shit.
He played it. He two people mentioned this. Scarface mentioned it, and what's my man? Steve Stout mentioned it. Scarface said he had a song that he wanted Nas on, and Nas wanted to do the song, and diss Jay on it, and he was like, "No,
I ain't getting in the middle of that."
No. And then Steve Stout heard the version, and he was like,
"Don't put that out."
No, don't do that.
Might have turned to violence. Huh?
It was more like emotional, vengeful.
Yeah.
Going at him, and he's like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Jay did go pretty low when he talked about his baby mama.
Yeah, he
about
did.
hitting his baby mama.
He went after Ether.
After Ether.
Because Ether was
some
Ether
shit.
touched him. Ether touched him.
He was like, he really got to go deep.
Because what he did was on Takeover, he tried to go light on it.
Yeah.
When he was like, we leave that between me and you for now.
Yeah. Like he left that out there.
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Like he was like, yeah,
I got this card. I'm gonna play this card,
but I'm not about to say it. I'm not about to say it here. But you know, me and you know. And so then
that's why Ether was. Takeover was so slick because he was just like, it wasn't like I don't know.
Yeah, and so when he had Ether and that bitch was everywhere, and he had to go up to Hot 97. And he dropped it super ugly, and it's like, lift the condom on the baby seat. Yo, now you're going too far. You know what I'm saying?
That's disrespectful as fuck.
But I'm surprised nobody got murdered.
Exactly.
That whole shit.
but it was too late because Nas, he won. He was like, he got that resurgence.
Right. Man.
That's why
it started because of Bleak.
Bleak started it?
Bleak thought that it started because somebody Nas said something on that one song where he was like it was some line that he thought he was talking about, Nas was talking about him. And somebody from around the way hit Bleak up and said, "Dog, is he talking about you? He talking about you?"
Oh shit.
And Bleak was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get at him." And then he was like, I think he said it on that what was that song where he was like, whole shit written. What the fuck you supposed to be? What was that song? I can't remember the fucking song, dude. He was like, I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up later. But he got on there and said what he said. Strictly going at Nas. Nas came back, and then Jay said, "Fall back." I got this, and then he got in.
So he was taking up for Bleak.
Yeah,
because Bleak can't stand toe to toe with Nas at
all. No. Come on, man. That's why he told him to fall back. Hey, man. He out your league, bro.
Nah, not at all.
I think it was at Nas. It was I think Nas King said something about you want a ball till you fall. I can help with that. And then Bleak was like, "What?" He said what he said. What the fuck he was supposed to be? Mm-hmm. Then Jay stepped in, sit back, sit back, and then he got in. But the tension was already there between them two in New York because everybody was like, "Who the best?
Who the king?"
Yeah. Especially like the big pass, and Jay wanted that.
Yeah.
Well.
It was some good times.
Yeah,
that's and
it didn't go too far either.
And see, that's why I try not to keep my old man hat on.
Yeah.
when I look at the new generation, the new school of music, and I do realize we have become nostalgic for the times that we grew up in.
Yeah, just like anybody would.
Exactly, and I get that older generations gonna always feel like shit was outclassing y'all by a mile.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I try to juggle between, especially us who do music. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, I know that's why I'm glad we don't interview each other on this show. Mm-hmm. We have our pregame and figure out what we're going to. I'm happy we don't interview each other about, what about this new music? Because I have nothing positive to say. And then that's not to say that there's not any new good music out. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't young no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on the shit y'all on. I'm on some other shit. Mm-hmm. And it's millions and millions and millions of people like us that's on the same shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They try to retain their youth. It's a wasted effort, people.
Yeah.
Okay? Life is about change. Okay? You can't stay in that same boat that you've been in.
It's about being yourself, the best self you could be at that moment.
Yeah, but if you naturally a hype dude, you know what I'm saying? If you peaked in your 20s, in your youth, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. I don't look at it as peak.
No?
Nah.
Okay.
How can you peak at an age when you don't know shit?
Now, what I mean is, if your mentality is,
well, I don't want to say you don't know shit. You don't know enough. You like thinking back when you was at your 20s.
Yeah.
Compared to what you know now, you like, damn, I ain't.
You didn't really know.
You ain't know as much as you thought you knew.
What I mean by peak is, what type of people I'm talking about is them loud, obnoxious, people. I don't want to use that old school G word, but those type of people. It's cool when you young, but when you get a certain age and you still acting like that, you just look bad.
It ain't got nothing to do with peak. It just got something to do with you just fail to grow.
Well, that's what I mean. The mentality of a person.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel. You peaked if you haven't grown. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you become stagnant,
if your mindset haven't changed,
exactly,
that was your peak.
You are where you always gonna be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't see it as peak though. I just see the way I see it is until it's the end, you change it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot been like people growing up that probably wasn't the person back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have they wasn't that guy around the way or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit could change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flip-flop. Anytime.
Yeah.
And people who was the shit back in the day
can fall off,
but they can get back.
Yeah.
They can get back. It's just their get back might not look like how it did back in the day.
I agree. I agree with that because
nothing is final.
The success until
you dead.
Exactly. Death is the final.
Shit.
Yeah,
ain't even final then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's final as far as this
physical
plane.
form. Yeah.
As far as this plane.
Yeah.
But you could still, the success changes depending on your insight on what it looked like at that time when you've grown up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
So when this podcast blow up next year, we don't want to hear, "Oh man, I always loved y'all." Shut the fuck up.
That was on time. I'll take it.
You'll take it.
Yep. It's just what else you want me to do? What else you want me to say after that?
I appreciate it.
I'll take it where I can get it, and then I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you.
No,
nigga, you wasn't there.
You wasn't shooting.
You wasn't shooting in the gym.
Nigga, you were there.
I know you wasn't there, and you know, but that's all we need to know. So I'm not about to get at you about that.
No, I ain't gonna get at him. It's just I'm gonna know in the back of my mind.
When I'm saying get at him, when I say get at him, I'm saying I'm not gonna bring it up.
Oh,
you could say whatever. I'd rather you say that than be on some disrespectful shit. Nigga, fuck you, shit. Nigga, you think you big because you did it.
No, I would actually prefer that. The reason I would prefer that because at least you being honest, at least you being genuine about it.
But when I'm telling you, I would rather them be like, all right, you save face. But the thing is, I take either one.
Oh,
because okay, I treat it different. You come at me and you say, "Oh man, congratulations," even though you wasn't listening. I'll be like, "All right, cool, thanks." Nigga, fuck you. You think you the shit because you made it? All right, thanks.
Take it the same way.
The reason I'm laughing.
Either way, it's gonna. If you got any type of ego behind it, it's gonna hurt you either way.
The reason I'm laughing is because I know for a simple fact, it's some people who, say they listen, but they don't listen to the shit. Like I talked about it in previous episodes, and like they rooting for me. Mm-hmm. It's like rooting from it. This like the Red Wing shit. Like, oh, we want you to do it, but we ain't gonna participate, nigga. Like I know, and that's fine because I'm not gonna ever single nobody out and call them out, especially here. Now if we face to face, I'm gonna talk shit to you in your face because that's the kind of person I am. Like I don't like talking shit from a distance. I'd rather see your reaction,
right,
and then. If you want to go even further, I'm all for that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't like confrontation, but my whole thing is I just like being direct with folk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like life is short. I don't want you to bullshit me because I'm not going to bullshit you.
They say you should get comfortable with confrontation. So
absolutely.
Absolutely. Shit's going to come up. Get comfortable with it. Just get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's just what I always tried to do.
But to take, me taking away our taking is not being comfortable with confrontation. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't invest enough time to know for sure if you was listening or not.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you just take it how you.
So if you saying okay, nigga, if you say you did. Even if I know for sure you didn't, I'm like, okay, nigga, if you say you did, but if you didn't, all right, because my main thing is to focus on making it and making it as big as possible and do my best. Put all my energy in doing my best.
Absolutely.
And not focus on if you fucking with me and not.
Yeah. I wouldn't so much say I would invest a lot of time in that. I address it when I feel it needs to be addressed because... Like, I can always tell when someone is not listening to the show.
Yeah.
Like, I can always tell.
Well,
so, I don't...
I look at the numbers.
Right. I don't...
So, I pay attention as far as logistics, far as the numbers go, because I'm trying to see what are we doing that appeal and what don't appeal.
Right. Exactly. I've been kind of slacking on checking the numbers, but I'm saying I can always tell... when I'm having a conversation with somebody who say they listen to the show because if they have been engaged, if they like bring up something that we talked about, especially not something we talked about in the beginning, like we might have brought it up in the middle of the show, and that might have stuck out to them, and you are bringing it up to me in conversations, which lets me know you actually listened to the fucking show, because we didn't mention this at the beginning or the end. This was in the middle of the show. So really that's why I say we're not engaged with people, and oh yeah, I like the show, and it'll be like I just be waiting for that follow up. Oh, okay, because I could easily ask you what you like. But see, I don't be wanting to do that to people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's the thing. I don't want to put you on the spot until you give me a reason to put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? And one would argue, one would say, oh, well, they gave you a reason to put them on the spot because they came to you and say they like the show. That's kind of them opening their mouth. But I'm like, I don't look at it that way, because people want to do small talk. They want to make small, have conversations, small talk, simple shit. Oh, I like the show. Okay. And I take your advice in that area. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, I know you probably ain't listening to the shit.
Well, I also look at it like this, too. When you come to me and say, yeah, I like the show, and I said, thanks, and I don't say, what would you like about it? Because if you listen to it long, we done got that view. So I got what I got.
He said, I got what I wanted. I got that view.
Long enough to get the view.
Yeah.
I got what I needed.
What is it? I don't know. I know what it is on Spotify, but I don't know what it is on YouTube. I know it's 30 seconds on Spotify. Oh, okay. You got to be listening to it for at least 30 seconds for it to count as one. But I don't know what it is on YouTube. We ain't going to talk about that. That's insider shit.
Yeah.
But
okay, so the first 30 seconds, we need to be dramatic.
Nah. You just keep being us, dog. That's it.
Come out the gate, skip the intro. You know what? Fuck bitches, fuck government, fuck all this shit. You know what? We gonna give y'all motherfuckers a show today.
Then we hit 30 seconds.
Extra.
Like, all right,
now
now for our real followers. Let's get to it.
Just know we're gonna have to do that every episode.
Nigga gotta come out on 10 on every episode. I can't do it.
Because that's what they gonna be. Because I mean, if you do that, you going for the fair weather fans.
Exactly, right. And that's not what you want. You want your longevity. You want your real folks to, damn. I love doing this shit though.
Nah, I do too.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
We ain't even touched the other fucking topics.
Yeah, let's get to
it. So we gonna skip down and we gonna go to the debt collection and the DMs. So what was this shit I looked at? They said they making it to where if you owe money, these debt collectors, they can hit you in your DMs on social media. And like we were joking about, say like, what difference does it make?
Right, it's a block.
Wah, 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 wah.
Still ain't gonna get your money.
Nice try.
I don't know how they figured they gonna come up with this. People got more than one. It's a lot of people got more than one pages.
Yeah,
exactly. You gonna DM every page? You still not gonna get your money. Sue me. Get the money. Sue and get the money from the taxes like y'all always do.
Right. You're going to have to get it through the taxes or physically come to my house, beat my ass, raid my wallet and bank account to get your shit.
Only other way they going to get it is if they, is either they get it from taxes or they going to get it from your check, from your job.
Yeah.
Or they going to have to show up to your house and serve you.
I don't get, like, what's the point of another avenue to contact you when I'm not
responding to what you're doing now. Exactly. You're gonna message me. We've been trying to reach you, and I'm gonna pop back. I know you've been trying to reach me. I've been avoiding you purposely.
That's funny.
I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to pay you.
Yeah, man, you gonna get it.
See, I know some people that got money. Oh, y'all niggas, y'all on that broke shit. Well, listen, we everyday niggas.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You stay in your lane and I stay in mine.
Exactly.
Drive your car and don't worry about how I'm driving mine.
Shit. If you got the money, pay the shit.
Very simple. Very simple. I ain't got it. You ain't got it. Simple.
If I ain't got it, I can't give it to you.
Exactly. And if I got it, you better hope I can pay it to you because I might need to pay other shit, which is what it always is. I got to pay other shit. And I think what these debt people don't understand is like, because and not only that, it's not that they don't understand, they just don't care. You have kids, you have responsibility, you have other shit to pay.
Well,
they don't care.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I understand. Because if I loan somebody something,
oh, absolutely,
I want my shit.
I want my money.
Yeah, I get it.
But see, this is why, and this is why banks, they have a high percentage, especially when they look at your credit and they run a credit check.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you somebody who don't have a good payment history, the APR
shoot
is going to be up. Yeah. Because you don't have a history of paying back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you got a good history of paying back, the interest rate be lower. They want to. That's why they got an interest rate.
Yeah,
you paying with interest because we loaning this shit and it's insurance on us getting our money back.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah,
but to be going super far lengths to try to get it, you're not gonna get it, dog.
How many people ain't got it?
Exactly.
You already tried all these other avenues. Like what?
Exactly.
Going into a DM gonna solve?
Yeah, they don't need to do that.
And like something, for instance, like
but it might get all these people off the internet and do something else with their life.
Yeah, they might just get off.
He said if they get flooded, like spammed with a whole bunch of them shits.
Like, oh yeah, I'm off my Facebook. I'm off the metaverse.
Or they start allowing the company to tag people and shit. Like you owe me.
Oh,
you owe me $2,000 at certain.
Oh man, put all your shit in the street.
85.
Put all your shit in the street.
Put all your shit in the street. Everybody gonna get off the fucking internet.
They gonna clear the fucking block.
It's gonna be a ghost town for real.
They gonna clear the block and hit like a motherfucker. So all y'all talk about that metaverse, y'all gonna get served on the metaverse.
Yeah, right.
Somebody avatar gonna come up to you with them papers.
Right.
Oh shit.
You owe like $1,800 to rent a center.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
Because it's gonna look. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be easy for me to ignore your ass on the metaverse or whatever. Because shit, I've been served in real life and be like, okay, that's all right. And I done threw the motherfucker back on the ground. Like, okay, I've been served and I threw that bitch back on the ground. Like, what difference does it make? I'm not paying this shit because I don't have it.
Yeah.
Like, what you want me to go to court? Okay. Well, you have to pay. Okay, I don't have.
Yeah, right.
Let's start off with that. Let's start off with I don't have it. You know what I mean? Because I wasted money and gas getting here.
Yeah, and all they gonna do, all the judge gonna do, if they feel like you're gonna have to pay it, is he just gonna rule in their favor and then you're gonna have to pay it, but then they gonna end up have to take it out of taxes, or they gonna have to get it off your job. So.
See, and they always go for that garnishment shit. They always go for that.
That's they
take it before you get it.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna do the garnishment.
That's always coming
because that's gonna be more effective. Than trying to.
Because they always gonna take more than what you would even be prepared to give. Mm-hmm. They always do that. If you make a mental note, like, all right, maybe I can afford to pay them $120, maybe, and then you probably drag your feet and not go along and do it, and then they take it to court, and then they start garnishing you and taking $360 out of your shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Damn.
Yeah, now see that?
That's more than double what I was actually prepared to pay.
When you dragging your feet.
When I was fixing my credit, shit. I had situations like that where I had to go to court, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to, on one instance, I had to do was man, I hated that because man, the judge was being a damn asshole.
As they usually are.
We met outside. Me and the debt creditor met outside, right? And we was like, okay, what kind of payment plan can we come up? They were like, hell yeah, let's do it. Mm-hmm. Let's do the payment plan. Mm-hmm. We'll do that. And I worked it out like that with a payment plan, and then, fix it up. But see, I'm the type of person, I do not like owing people.
Yeah, that's me too.
Absolutely.
I don't like to be in there.
Don't be calling me about that shit. I like to pay shit, get the fuck out the way. Yes. I want to hear about y'all asses. Yep. Do not blow my phone up. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I'll make sure shit paid.
Get it out the way.
See, I've always been that way, but, it's just my luck, I don't know if I'm one of God's favorites or one of the devil's favorites, but I get picked on a lot, especially in the financial area. So, but no, I share it. I had filed bankruptcy this year, and it wasn't due for me because I'm an irresponsible person. It was, unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah. I know all about it.
You pay your bills on time, which is what me and my wife do. We pay our bills on time every month, and then something out of your control happens.
Yeah.
I have a car accident. A woman rams in the back of my car, totals my car that I'm still paying on. And then
that's the worst.
That's the worst.
Now my car is totaled, and now the insurance sends a check out for whatever it was worth. And then you got to go through the gap insurance because they not going to pay for what everything. Yeah. So the gap insurance takes care of the rest. Now I'm out of a car.
Yeah, now you still need to.
So how do I get a car? Well, I'm still going to work, so I have to save my money. So certain shit is not getting paid, such as credit cards.
Right.
Credit card bills not getting paid. Got to put this money aside. Got to get back rolling. Got to get my car. And that's the downward spiral that I found myself in.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can't keep asking these people to use their car to go to work because they understand my situation. And I'm grateful for them letting me use their car to go to work. Because you responsible. You still trying to go to work. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't your fault.
Right.
The chick rear-ended me. So it's not like I'm out here driving reckless and fuck my shit up. No, I'm paying on this damn thing. What the fuck? I ain't trying to fuck up what I'm paying for. So that's the thing. Being a responsible person, and the people who know me in real life know I'm a responsible person, but these banks don't know me. These people, they don't know that. All they see is, you stopped paying your credit cards. Well, there's a reason why I stopped paying my shit.
They don't care about that.
My credit was rising. You know what I'm saying? I got my shit. I mean, I don't mind airing it out. I mean, I got mine, I got my credit up to 650. That's as high as I got it. And it was still going up. It was building because I was paying everything on fucking time.
Right.
That's 650 was great from where I started at 525. So they saw, hey, he's building his credit. Everything's going in the right direction. And then what do you know? Boom, unforeseen occurrence. Smack my car. Now everything goes to hell because I can't pay everything now. And millions of people go through the same shit every day.
I've been there.
That's what I'm saying.
People don't even understand, man. When your car go down, that's
a
very big thing.
That's a big thing.
Especially in places like Michigan where we don't have no mass transportation.
The car.
We don't got no subway.
Metro Detroit is, most people here in Michigan, and I think I said this before on another episode, man, a lot of us don't work where we stay.
Exactly.
We work like 2 cities over, 3 cities over, next county over. Like, it's like the metropolitan area, which is what we consider metropolitan area. Detroit metropolitan area consists of the city and the suburbs surrounding the city outside of Wayne County. That's Oakland County, Macomb County, Washington, like all these other ones surrounding Wayne.
And the suburbs behind the suburbs.
With them, them the sticks out there. But man, you absolutely need a fucking car here unless you're in the city and you got a bus and you work in,
not too
work
far
in the
away.
city. Right, exactly.
But man, a car is a very big investment and it can fuck your life up. Especially like I've been in my family been in a situation when somebody stole the car, it fucked us up for a long time. Just a couple years, we just now getting stable. That shit fucked us up bad for a long time, though. It took a long time to recover.
Yeah. Well, what I recently just went through. I'm not going to say that on mic, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I just recently went through, and then I kind of had to put myself back in a little more debt. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, so it's pertaining to the car shit. So it's like, again, I'm on the right track, and then something always goes wrong, and then it always sets me back.
Right.
And it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck? But instead of complaining, you just put your big boy pants on, you man up, and you keep trucking along the best you can.
Yeah. That's why, like, like when times are good, you should be
stacking,
putting them up,
stacking, so you can have that cushion between you and the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because some bullshit is gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely,
it's inevitable.
Absolutely,
but sometimes that's even hard to do if your place of employment is not paying you the way that you should be getting paid. You go in there and you bust your ass 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, and they underpaying you. It's hard to save when they not paying enough, and then they turn around and look at you like you mismanaging your money. Well, if you only giving me shit pay, what do you want me to do with this shit pay?
You know how much shit costs, motherfucker.
And you right.
Pay accordingly.
They don't. They don't pay accordingly. And see, it's not even people who went to college and have an education are complaining because they went to college. They did what you told them to do. They followed the game plan. They followed the map you laid out. They get into the workforce, whether blue collar or white collar, mostly white collar if you went to college. And they're not being able to make enough to make ends meet because the rent is going up. The food is going up. The cost of parts for your cars,
everything.
The cost of cars is going up. They out there selling junk right now. If you in the market for a car, it ain't a good time to be in the market until them chips come back into play. So I'm just telling you, people can only do what they can do, and even white collar people are hurting. Not as bad as some blue collar people are, but like the part that people always tend to forget because, I ain't trying to get all political, but they do everything to keep us divided in this country. It's a class-based system. Was it a caste system? What was it called? Caste system? Caste. Thought it was the caste system. I don't know if this is the caste system or not. I got to go back because I came across that term and a long time ago and I forgot. But I don't know if this is the caste system or not. But either way, everything in America, all class based. They that's what it is. Unofficially. Officially, they try to say it's race. They try to say it's sexuality. They try to say it's all this other shit. In our reality, if you ain't got cash,
it's all about the money.
It's all about the money. That's what it's about. So, all this, we don't support BLM or we don't support the LG.
Those are subclass.
Right.
It's subclass.
What I'm getting at is, yes, those things are important. But the overall grand scheme of things, it boils down to money. Because guess what? We could be out in the streets marching for Black Lives Matter and all that shit, but that ain't going to bring us shit financially. That ain't going to bring us no money. That ain't going to make things better. You could say it's going to make things better in the workplace, but in our reality, it's not. Because, and that's not to take away from the movement. I support BLM. Let's make that clear. That's not going to, in other words, you're not going to change the hearts and minds of the same ones who out here being racist. That's what I mean. You're not going to change their hearts. You're not going to change their minds because they always going to be that way, which means the fight is always going to continue. It's a revolving door.
And they, a lot of them are shielded by the laws. So, as long as they got the laws to work in their favor, they're going to be straight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talked about who really run this shit. And, if you don't know, it's not really much so the government. It's more corporations running.
Exactly. Because it's money. It's capitalism. It's always been about money.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Good old boy club. So
And if you... I ain't going to do that. I was going to say some other shit and people's going to look at me crazy. I ain't going to go that far. But... Because it was due time for me to say some old off the wall shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's been too long.
I've been kind of calm the whole show.
I want to say this shit.
I gotta get the shit off, big.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna wait for the final episode of the year. So, but because this is staying on the subject of the debt collection stuff. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody goes through things. There are some irresponsible people out here that are not paying their bills, but for the most part, most people are going to work every day, doing the best they can, working as hard as they can to support themselves and support their family.
And they still having trouble.
And they still can't make ends meet. And it's not, you can go into money management, you can go in all this shit, but if you're, at the end of the day, if you're not making enough money, it doesn't matter how the fuck you manage it. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you barely making ends meet to get your needs, the necessities. We ain't talking about the wants. Right. If you can barely pay for the needs, which barely being able to pay for the needs, meaning you're denying yourself the shit you want. So it's like you become depressed because what the fuck am I going to work for? I'm just paying for shit that I need, but I can't get the shit that I want. So I'm not really enjoying life. I'm not really enjoying what I'm doing. Just so it's just to survive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's all class based, man. It's all about money.
I always, pushed learning more about finances.
Early.
Yeah.
It was because of the situations that I've been through that pushed me into learning a little bit more about finances.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I figured, if rich people get rich, I got to do what they doing. Yeah. Figure out what makes.
Yeah.
What do they do, and try to map my own shit out.
How they get it and how they keep it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep it, pass it down to the next generations and all that.
Yeah.
What rituals they do, what pacts they make with the devil.
Not all that.
Learn about getting your money and putting it, investing and stuff.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Like when we went to Miami, I didn't really have no money to go to Miami like that. But what I did, what I would end up doing, I'm happy that I did it, is months prior, I was putting money in my Robinhood account.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so, and I know, people who are really in investment, especially long-term investment, they probably going to be like, steaming mad about this because they like, you gotta keep the money in and don't take it. But in my opinion, putting money in a certain type of account that has interest, that's better than putting it in a bank.
Yeah. You ain't getting no interest. The interest rates on the bank.
The bank is very low, and they taking a lot of your money.
Yeah,
And I mean, they say stock market is a gamble. Well, it really don't matter because if you put your money in a bank, they lending your shit out anyway.
So the stock market, if you betting on individual companies and stuff like that, that's more of a risky, situation. But if you putting your money in the entire market, it's like you betting on the economy of America.
Right. Yeah.
And it's proof that it's been growing over the last 100 years.
Exactly,
like 8%. So
exactly,
it's more or less risky.
And more so, even more so now than when I first started. My portfolio consumed more ETFs.
Yeah.
Which is stocks. Like for example, like S&P 500.
Yeah.
Where it's like 500 of the top companies in America.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to finagle something on, and then I clicked on this story by accident, and it is terrible.
Yeah, shit.
I can't. I'm not gonna mention it on this show because I gotta save it. And I'm telling you, it's one of those. Whatever. I'm sorry. Continue, brother.
Well, I'm gonna make it short so we can move on. But because my portfolio consists more of an ETF, it's more ETFs in it. What I did was I put money in it, and it's better than the bank because I took a lot of my money and I put it in there. And so the stock market go up and down, but still it was growing.
It was consistent. Yeah.
So by the time we went to Miami, I had the money.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, after that, I put money back in there, and I ended up having more money than I invested in when I took out.
That's what's up.
Nice.
So it grew even more.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk off mic because I need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can't do this on the show. Hey man,
we can share it with them too.
No, fuck that. No, I'm playing audience. Okay.
I mean, but granted, when you take money out, you gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they tax you.
Well, the
fees.
You're gonna have to pay the fees because they're gonna have to hurry up and get rid of sell the stock for you to get your money.
Yeah.
So Do some research, man, and figure some shit out.
Yeah, it's really kind of interesting. You see how they've been winning for generations and generations. It's like when you finally learn, like.
They're gonna change the rules.
Yeah,
they're gonna change the rules. You know what?
Yeah, they're gonna change the rules, but I mean,
sorry, darky.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they change the rules. They, you doing this in public, so it's not like somebody else can't learn it.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to keep an eye on this crypto shit because that seems like that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know. I'm looking at it, but I'm shaky about it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easy for people to crash it if they wanted to. And then, I've heard a lot of, like one of the guys who predicted the crash in 2008. Mm-hmm. He was like, he thinks it's going to crash. He don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Yeah, and I'm not taking his advice and as financial advice, but it's something to think about.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, all that aside, for our last topic, because we running a little long, I know.
Yeah.
We got to bring up the damn shooting that happened here in Michigan.
Yeah, I think this is our first one, right? Have we ever had one in Michigan? Like a mass shooting?
None in recent memory.
I think we've been getting missed for the most part. So
I don't know how.
It finally came to us.
Crazy ass people in this state. But it's the Oxford school shooting has really had took a dampening tone on the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
People have been in low spirits because it's even though it's like quite a ways away from where we are, but it's still here. It's still relatively close considered. So
give people more perspective.
Yeah.
So like I was just saying, the metropolitan area, right? And it's the city is like the nucleus, and then the metropolitan would be more like the suburbs surrounding the city. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it'd be Washington, Oakland, Macomb.
Yeah.
Oxford is like Oakland County, which is known to be one of the richest counties in Michigan. Mm-hmm. So, Oakland County is like Pontiac, Oxford, Troy.
What county is Novi in?
Novi, I think.
Novi is.
It's not Wayne, is it?
Is it Wayne?
It might be Wayne.
Might be Wayne.
It might be Wayne.
Yeah.
But it's more going towards it seemed like the sticks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's past Pontiac.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like what 30 something.
It's out there.
Maybe
That's
more
what
than
you
30.
mean.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
But all the shit that's going on. Okay, I'm gonna start like this then. I pray for the people.
Yeah.
Who lost people.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
You hate for them kids to go through it.
Yeah.
They lost friends they known, and
it just
traumatizing
event.
That's exactly what it is.
Very traumatizing for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Pray for the parents that had that had the kids that passed away, and what was it was like 20-something people that was injured.
Yeah.
20-something people. When it first started and I heard about it a little bit, I felt like, yo, man, that, especially knowing that the dad, he had bought the gun like a couple days prior. Yeah. I'm like, my thing was they should charge the parent.
Yeah, yep, they did. They charged them too.
Yeah, I figured they would because he was like, man, you got, as a gun owner, man, you got a lot of responsibility with your firearm.
Right.
And you got to learn how to, be able to store it and keep it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your kid not responsible enough to, be dealing with stuff like that.
Man.
And you let him get access to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My kids ain't even allowed to look at my damn gun unless I allow them to.
Yeah.
They had many conversations about gun safety and what they do and I was, because me and my wife were talking about it, I think did the mom take the kid to the range at some point?
Did he? I ain't read.
I thought that's what she said. She
wouldn't be surprised.
Took the kid to the range and was doing a video or whatever. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind taking my oldest son, to the range, but that's because he know that guns aren't to be fucking played with.
Yeah,
and I know his mental capacity is, oh, wait a minute, we ain't supposed to be doing. Like, he knows the difference between right and wrong and this, that, and the third. Don't get me wrong. I still wouldn't put nothing is absolute. Right. But I'm saying, as a parent, you know your children.
Yeah.
And some parents have a blind spot for their kids. Like, for me, I don't have that kind of blind spot. I might have a blind spot for, like, miscellaneous little shit, but not for not being able to read the tea leaves and question, is your child stable enough to be able to handle this type of serious talk or discussion? You have to talk to them on their level. You have to approach them at the level that they at. You can't go beyond that. And that's what I feel the mother was doing, or the parents were doing with this particular child. Like,
from what I read, it was like all kind of red flags, though.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like
how could you not see?
Because that blind spot that I'm talking about, like, because we as parents, you view your kid in a certain light, and it's kind of like looking through.
It's like, nah, little Johnny wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's that, they wouldn't do that. But that's why I said I don't operate in absolutes, because you have to assume that they are capable of doing this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could say, like, he wouldn't do it. But when your teacher, they said the teacher saw him looking up ammunition and shit, like at what point do you say, okay, you need to sit your little ass down?
My thing is, what's the motive behind him going in there and doing what he's doing?
Was he bullied or something?
That's what first came to mind. Like, was he bullied or what?
I mean, that's usually
but then
what
if he was bullied, why was he just randomly, just trying to shoot everybody?
I can't answer that question. I can't answer the question because it's like, I'm not in that motherfucker head.
Right.
Yeah, like I said on prior episodes, for a teenager, when they going through something, it seems like
the worst
thing ever. And I'm not trying to downplay how you feel.
Yeah.
Because that's something I don't want to do, because I think that's one of the things that cause trauma, more so even in our community.
Yeah.
Is grown ups like to downplay what a kid is going through and say, they compare your theirs to yours, and they're like, nigga, you ain't going through shit.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I can admit I'm guilty of that. Because when I see some things that my kids go through at their schools, and I'm thinking, this shit is like mid to low level compared to what we dealt with in DPS. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, this ain't really shit.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like we never had to deal with it on this type of scale, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People brought guns to school.
Yeah.
People died at our high school. You know what I'm saying? But nobody came in just try to, indiscriminately just shoot
Spray
anybody
the
they
place.
see.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit that, kids today gotta think about all the time when they in school.
Yeah, that's a different level of what we have to deal with.
Yeah. But I was saying what I'm saying because I'm like, at a time you think whatever's going on is the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't think about what it is you're going through, what you should, how you should counter it.
Yeah.
Like, I think we need to get some of these young folks, what we should put some perspective in it and understand, you know, when you that young, you accounting how to deal with people in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because you never done it prior, or you haven't been taught prior how to deal with like altercations with people, how to deal with not agreeing with people, and all that type of stuff. So, I think that, or I hope that younger people take the time and think, because you can one bad decision can fuck up your life forever.
Mm-hmm. Shit, that's true for kids and adults.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's true for everybody. Yeah. But I want to get at, want a kid to really understand that.
Adults understand.
yeah. Oh, you should.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Understand.
Yeah, you should.
But I get that for hopefully that a kid to hear that and understand it, because at the time they really think that it's the worst shit, and they will do stuff out of passion because they don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know how to, like I said, they don't know how to work with interacting with people if they in an altercation or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, right, with young kids, they be in love in high school, and they think it's love, right? Mm-hmm. And they feeling all these feelings, and they don't know how to operate within those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so you will see them do shit that don't make no sense, like outlandish shit, like be ready to fight the other, all kind of crazy shit, the toxic shit, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And it's all because the passion is like, I'm feeling all this stuff, and
young people got a lot of emotions.
Hormones,
all of that shit going, all that shit going on at the same time.
I mean, and then you as a teenager, you trying to come up and you trying to figure yourself out, and you already feel like the world against you.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially if you black. You know what I'm saying?
Especially. No, but these. I'm gonna say that for something else. Go ahead.
How I used to think when I was coming up, it's like I didn't really see the future, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't think that far ahead, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I gave so much less of a fuck about, everything.
I mean, but to be fair, you saw more of the future than I did. Nigga, you at least went to college.
Oh, I'm talking about like in high school, and you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He didn't go to college straight out of high school.
I forgot. I'm not granted.
He was.
I'm with you though. I couldn't see the future either. I just knew I ain't going to college, nigga. Mm-hmm. Like I ain't going to that shit because I was tired of regular school.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I'm not finna do this shit another 4 years.
We had no money for college. I'm like,
I didn't have no money for college either, and I damn sure wasn't in a position to get no scholarship.
That's why I think they look at things the way they look at it, because it's like everything that mean a lot to them going on is like right in front of them, right here, right now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how to figure this shit out, and this is when the chemicals in your brain is switching, and it's like you becoming an adult, and you're not knowing how to operate that.
Right.
Yeah, because your body is trying to process. It's going through the growing pains physically and mentally, because you're developing mentally as you're growing into this person who you're going to become. It's a constant battle between you being a teenager and being horny and wanting to fuck everything that move, and then still trying to achieve that next level and grow.
Yeah, and this is the part where you kind of swaying away from your parents. You're not under their left titty like that no more. You more
Absolutely.
like you where used to your family would go to family function and all y'all would go, and it's like nah, that ain't the cool thing. I want to be sitting up under y'all do this over here. And you trying to find your independent.
Yeah, this is what my son is going through right now.
Right now,
my 13-year-old son is going through this as we speak, and I'm just,
And the thing too though is when you look for that independence, it's not you want it, but you scared.
Yeah, at the same time.
Because it's like that's all you know is being under with your parents, and then it's like you stuck in between a rock and a hard place for letting go and being afraid of I want to step on my own, but how is it gonna be when I step out on my own?
Right.
And
type
that's
of situation.
And that's what I talked to him about in terms of, trying to give you the space. I'm trying to give you enough space to become your own person, your own young man, and eventually become your own man.
Yeah.
I like to have some influence over you in terms of just trying to keep you out of trouble, just trying to keep you out of, don't do the shit that you think is cool that's actually harmful for you. I understand you want to live life and everything, and I say this in terms of the experimentation of drugs, because of all that fentanyl shit now. It's like, don't fuck with it. Don't do it. Like, it's not, I know what you think, but it ain't like the time where we grew up. It's worse now. Like, and it's not, and kids, when they hear that, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we trying to really warn them, like, legitimately it's worse now. Because that shit wasn't killing us like that then. You had certain drugs you knew not to, like ecstasy back in the day. You knew that you could only take a quarter or half of that motherfucker. You couldn't really do the whole, right. And niggas wasn't really doing pills like that back then. So, it ain't like it is now.
Yeah, it took off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, all right, well, really, we had just the weed and the little, little remnants, what was left for the crack epidemic. You know what I'm saying? And, you still had niggas that laced their weed with a little bit of that shit. But it wasn't as rampant as it was in the 80s. So I'm saying each decade is transitioning. Now it's worse as it's ever been. Yeah. Because at least when you had the crack, niggas they was addicts. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't just knocking people off like this fentanyl shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is a whole different animal. This ain't, they've never experienced this in the history. So it's like, you got your opium, you got your, I ain't no drug head, but I'm saying, you got your select cuts of drugs out here, but then you got this fentanyl shit that they mixing into this shit that's killing folk.
Yeah.
And it's like, and these young kids they don't know that because they don't know the history of the drug game. They don't know the history of the drugs. And so they think, I just want to experiment. Won't you let me live my life? Unfortunately, you can try to call yourself experimenting with this shit and it's going to end your life and you won't have anything in the future. Your future is going to be in this drug, this last one.
Yeah, like I said, my step pop, he used to have like a big ass bag of like all that. I was like in ninth grade. All that. He had Percocet. He had, was it Narcan? He had morphine. Like he had all that shit. I'm like, I ain't never. I used to see his ass nodding off and shit. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do that shit for?
This nigga ain't even here, bro.
that shit. Yeah. That's what I think. Like, what be motivating them to do that shit?
I know what be motivating them.
I mean,
it's an escape from reality.
I mean, part of people.
I mean, I want to escape too, but I ain't want to escape that bad.
Some people who get on pills, they get on them because they end up having an injury or whatever, and the doctor prescribed pain pills, and they end up being on, getting on stuff like the hard shit, Vicodins and all kind of other shit. But as far as this kid go with bullying, man, I'm just like, you just gotta know that, it ain't easy being bullied, especially now, because, when you get bullied back in the day, it's like everybody on the block know about it.
Yeah.
People in the school might know about it. But now the internet know about it.
The world know about it.
Probably make it way worse.
So, I don't want to play that down. Yeah. But I do be wanting to say, just pay attention to the internet and look, people be into shit when they into it, while they talking about it, and then they gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make a decision that's going to fuck up your life. What they say about you on the internet gonna last no time at all.
Right.
Yeah. It's
the
temporary.
Mistake that you gonna make is gonna last a long fucking time.
Don't let the temporary influence the permanent. Yeah. Basically. Right. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Don't let a temporary decision permanently scar you, permanently fuck up your longevity.
Yeah.
Because murdering somebody is forever.
Yeah.
You gonna get off. You gonna shoot. If you do you get mad at somebody enough to where you want to kill somebody, you gonna kill them, but the consequences is going to be there for a long time. Yeah. And it's not like they coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This person ain't coming back. That's it. That mean this person family scarred for life.
Yeah.
And they got to deal with that. They a new normal for the rest of their life. And then you going to have to deal with a new normal for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I don't know. I guess to wrap this up, just be, we just gotta, I mean, it sounds simplistic, but it's just true for humanity. Humanity, we just have to treat each other better. It's easier said than done, obviously, but like people, we just have to look after each other. I mean,
I think it's pretty easy.
Well,
treat people like you want to be treated.
It's easy for people like us.
Yeah.
It's not easy for people who can't get out of their own life. I mean, and out of their own situation. If you feel like you being oppressed, if you feel like your circumstances have got you so, whether you grew up in the hood or even in the rural community, because I can't take away their struggle that they go through. I don't like to compare it to ours, but when you feeling like the world ain't helping you prosper or get to where you need to get, I understand how that has a negative, sets a negative tone on one's mental capacity, because it's like the world is fucked up. The world keep fucking me over. Why should I even breathe any type of positive energy? It takes a strong person to be able to do that. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of strong-minded people in the world, not just in America, just not in the world, period. So, RIP to the victims. It's sad that this shit happens, and especially the kids. And it doesn't matter what color these kids are; they fucking kids.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's just really sad and
unnecessary.
And parents need to be more responsible. I'm trying to do my part and be responsible for my children, but at the same time, at the end of the day, as a parent, the older that your child becomes, at least until before they get 18. They are technically still under your jurisdiction, but it's harder to control them the older that they become. And no matter what people say, oh, the parents should be responsible. In this case, yes, because you supplied the kid with the gun. I'm saying in the sense of, if you doing the right thing and being a good parent and trying to teach them on, be on the up and up, but your kid is being influenced by outside sources. Negative sources, meaning friends at school, shit they see on TV, shit they read on the internet. You going to work, you working hard, you doing everything you can to provide for the household and still trying to be a parent at the same time, trying to give them the knowledge to succeed and prosper and to grow into something meaningful in society, and they still go out here and fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what else would I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, at that point,
that's what I mean. So that's why I'm not one of those people that be so quick to blame the parents, because the older, especially teenagers, these kids have a mind of their own, and when they're not in your presence, and no, I'm not making an excuse for what happened in this particular situation. I'm just saying, when you send your child to school, you have no control over what's going on there, because you're most likely at work. Or you probably at home getting ready to go to work, or some. Either way, you have no control over what your child is doing.
You can't be everywhere.
You can't be everywhere all at once. And even still, your child could be right next to you, and you probably still can't control them, because it's like, hey, sit your ass down, yada, yada, yada. And if you got one of them kids that talk back to you because, you didn't do your work in the beginning of laying down the foundation of being a disciplinarian, then you really can't control them. So, and then if you were a disciplinarian and your kid gets to the point where it's like, I'm tired of listening to you, and then a disciplinarian's mindset is, who the fuck you talking to? And I'm just saying from experience, because that's the shit I'm on. If my kid ever talk back to me, who the fuck you talking to? I'm finna push your shit in now. You know what I'm saying? But I got boys. I wouldn't have the same approach with my daughter. That's my wife problem. That ain't my problem. That's her problem. So
that's when you sick wife on her. Hey,
well, that's what I mean. Hey, get your daughter,
smack her.
But with the boys, and that's why I say I'm speaking in terms of my 13-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't control everything he does, but I have instilled enough fear in him to where it's like, okay, you go out here and fuck up, but you know what's gonna be waiting on you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of keeps him in line. And you know, I know people listen, oh, you must have a terrible relationship with your kids. No, not at all. It's quite the opposite, actually. You know, so everybody has different parenting styles. And I don't knock or judge what parents do. But in this situation, they were careless and neglectful.
Yeah, very much so.
So it could have been avoided, is what I'm getting at.
And they knew they were, because that's why they ran.
Exactly.
Ran to the east side.
Wow.
I don't know why you would want to go there. But.
Great place.
Yeah, that's it. Great place. Run to the east side of Detroit. So, I don't know. We running along today. So, anyway, this is our second to last episode for the year. So,
yes, sir.
You know, it's been a good wild ride this year. But,
no, it ain't working. I tried.
Epic fail. Don't edit it out, nigga. Anyway, y'all be smooth. Y'all be safe. You know, take care of each other. Look after your people. Tell them you love them.
Yeah.
Tell them you love them. You love them. You love them. Okay. Uncultured Roots out. Y'all be smooth. Peace out.